Love you guys too. How are we all doing tonight? Good. Each week we gather together to celebrate the completion of each step of the Elevate program, and in some cases, like tonight, the Elevate program as a whole. Now, before we get started, I would just like to emphasize that a lot of time, hard work, and dedication goes into the completion of just one step of the Elevate program. So for everyone who gets up here tonight, I would like to hear your absolute loudest round of applause. Can we all do that? Yeah! Very good. Now, our first completion for tonight is for Phase 3. In Phase 3, the clients develop better problem-solving skills through the use of pros and cons, as well as utilizing the 9-step problem-solving method to overcome real-life obstacles. Ultimately, Phase 3 is about responsibility. And in the responsibility step, clients take full ownership for past transgressions without minimizing, justifying, or displacing blame onto others. At the end of Phase 3, clients meet with our Life Intervention Department to do an amends process and heal the once harmed areas of their lives. Our first graduate for Phase 3 is John M.U.
Well, I didn't get a chance to catch my wind, catch air. Wow, it's been kind of long, because I work in maintenance. So when I started, I was with Connor, and that was awesome. Getting me to the point right before RS's, and then coming in with Matt. Connor, you were great, but Matt, I gotta way to go. When I dug my heels in, you wouldn't take my shit. When we had to talk, we went outside. I have to really come in and thank you for my portion. And I know that you worked on a lot of it and drug it out of me. What I can think of a lot about when it comes to Phase 3 is like integrity. It's one of the things I lost. The ability is to screw people over, manipulate them, cheat on them, to use the things that I was trained and learned in life was supposed to be for good, saving people, helping people, to use that to hurt people, so I could get more drugs, could get more kicks like cheating or something for instant validation. It was bad to face those things, and it really came down in the responsibility step, which everybody eventually would get here. That's the meat and potatoes of the program, is a responsibility step. You're going to face it. Each one of you is going to face your demons in the responsibility step. I hate to tell you that. Everyone always asks me about the responsibility step, and that's why I say it's each to your own. You must write. You're going to have to get through it, and it's really hard. But when you do, you'll close a lot of doors. And for someone that keeps a lot of information, everything private to himself, and I've opened up quite often, I've been through those doors 5 times. John Murkison has been through that 5 times. I've gone through detox 5 times. And one of the biggest problems that I had is that when I was in the responsibility step, I wouldn't own up. I always thought I could hide something. I could hold on to something. And I was going to keep that for myself. But what happened in the end, it always came out. And it came out very bad. To the point, what I did, it took me 15 years to do. When I left in 2017, I did in 18 months. Because I held on to these things. I don't want you to walk back through that door. I don't want to see you again. So really think about that. Then the next portion was amends. You start with rebuilding trust with some people, but then it gets to a point where you have to go out and you have to face a lot of the people that you hurt, you screwed over, that you manipulated, that you cheated on, that you lost control on, you stole from. Some went real well, others didn't. Some I'm still working on. But that's always part of the process in life, We continue to work each other's maintenance and things like that. It was a good experience. It's really, kind of weird because my whole progression through this program to get to this point, it's been very fulfilling. I think I've slowly learned responsibility through the EAS when I came back in and they handed me the work project. And then it became work and maintenance because of the way I looked at it. Then they hand me, you can do this, you can do that, or we can trust you this, and then you become full self-maintenance to the point where I applied and I will be joining as a trainee next year.
Yeah, baby! Yeah,
Things like that come to fruition, but I was talking to my brother who was in the Navy. He's a squid, that's okay.
Hoorah!
My brother he worked on nuclear submarines, and he gave me a quote, or we were talking about Admiral Rickover, who was the father of the nuclear Navy. Basically revolutionized the nuclear industry for the civilian sector as well, and he said this: responsibility is a unique concept. You may share it with others, but your portion is not diminished. You may delegate it, but it's still with you. If responsibility is rightfully yours, no evasion or ignorance or passing the blame can shift the burden to someone else. Unless you can point your finger at the man who is responsible and something goes wrong, then you have never had anyone else really responsible. Thank you very much, everybody.